What is up, guys? It is Brandon here. Today's video is going to go over buying a new build single family home versus buying a home that someone has already lived in. And one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because I recently purchased a single family home that was a new build that was built in 2020. Now, I may be a little biased when it comes to this topic because I did buy a new home over a home that's already been lived in, but I have a few good reasons to back up my argument. The first, and I think one of the most important reasons, and especially why I bought a new home, is the potential for fast appreciation. And in some of my other videos, I told you guys about what my home has appreciated in the short 2 or 3 months that I've actually owned it. So I bought one of the very first single family homes in the community. So there was no other single family home that had been sold yet. So I bought for kind of at the bottom, I would say. And since then, there's been, many other homes that have sold. Now it's coming to one of the last single family homes in the area. And where I paid for the single family home that just sold, one of the last ones now, there's a $20,000 gap right there. So again, we're talking about the same square footage, the same layout, the same floor plan, and I even have a better view than the house that just sold. And again, this isn't money that I have, this isn't like $20,000 that I have in my pocket right now. This is $20,000 in potential appreciation when I go to sell the home, or when I go to pull out money outside of the home to then put down another down payment on another home via a home equity line of credit. And this is not to say that you can't make money and have appreciation on a home that's already been lived in. People do that all the time, but I'm talking about something that's super quick appreciation that can happen in a couple months. And in my area, for my price range that I paid for my house, $20,000 appreciation in under 6 months is just crazy. And of course, yes, you can do this on other homes, but you can do this very quickly, potentially on new construction. Another awesome thing about new builds is that you get to pick your interior. And many people that are shopping for homes, that may not be a new build home, they're like, oh, I wouldn't have picked those cabinets, or hey, I wouldn't have picked the countertops, or I wouldn't have picked that flooring. Well, let me tell you, when you buy a new build, you normally or generally get to tell the builder exactly what you want to put in, because again, they haven't picked out the materials yet. And of course, it's not, you don't get to pick out anything. They usually have a set criteria of certain things that you can pick out, whether that be flooring, cabinetry, countertops, etc. But again, they usually have a good variety of things to pick, and you get to pick that out for yourself. So let's get into warranties. Generally, you can buy warranties even if you buy a home that's not a new build, but again, you have to buy it. Me purchasing a new build, my builder actually bought a home warranty for me that was 10 years structural and 2 years for other cosmetic things. And then of course, all my appliances came with their own warranties, and certain other things like foundation and other things came with warranties. And again, it's just peace of mind knowing that if something did happen within the first 2 years on certain things, and then within the first 10 years on other things like the roof and structural, that would be taken care of by the warranty that my builder purchased for me. I don't know about you guys, but other open houses that I've gone to before I bought this new build, I would look around and maybe the baseboards were messed up, or maybe there were scratches or dents in the flooring, or maybe the cabinetry wasn't aligned properly, and that kind of bugged me. But when I went, basically when you buy a new build, you get to go through your house with the builder before closing and get any issues that you see fixed. And this is not to say you can't do that when you're buying a home, from a seller, someone that's rather than a builder, someone who's lived in the home before you. But generally it's easier to get things fixed, and they happen much quicker because again, the builder has all these guys around, whether it be flooring guys, carpenters, electrical people, and they can usually get it done very quickly. as opposed to when you're buying a home, you know, from a seller, they have to go schedule that out on their own time. So it's just much easier to get little things fixed when you're buying new construction. And above all, when you're buying a new build, you know, you get that peace of mind knowing that you are the first person to live in this house. No one's ever lived in it. There's no secrets under the floorboards or in the basement or anything like that. And it's just, there's just something about like that new house smell, you know, just like when you buy a new car, there's that new car smell. Just knowing that you're the first person to occupy this home, you know, the electricals brand new, the plumbing's brand new, the appliances are brand new. So, and the roof, these are all things that cost a ton of money to replace. So it's just having that peace of mind that all that's under warranty and it's just brand new. So you should not have to worry about it for, you know, a long time. And of course, if something did happen, you have those warranties on the home that the builders usually buy for the new owners of the home to take care of anything that may happen. So between, you know, the appreciation on the home, the potential of that, between being able to pick out, you know, anything that you want in the house, between, you know, getting warranties on everything, and then, you know, also being the first person to live in the house, I really think, at least in my opinion, buying a new build is the right option for many people. And again, many of you live in areas that, you know, where you don't have access to new builds. You know, maybe it's an older community or an older city. There's not a lot of new construction going on. But if there is, I highly suggest checking out new builds in your area. Also, one of the biggest things for me in buying a new build and why I chose to buy a new build is because I know exactly what went into the house. When you're buying a house that's been lived in before, whether it be, you know, 5 years old, 10 years old, 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, you have no idea what needs to be done to the home and what's lurking behind the walls. I've heard of horror stories. And again, friends and family, or even obviously you watch maybe HGTV and you see the crazy, crazy things that are happening behind the scenes, whether that be with the electrical, the plumbing, or the foundation, or the roof, you know, things that the home inspector didn't catch in the beginning before the house was sold. That is all on you to fix if you did not get it fixed and if it wasn't caught before closing. So just being able to buy a new build and, you know, not having to worry about anything, you know, that may have happened like aging or foundational issues is just a huge, huge plus in my book. All right, guys, well, those are my reasons why I think buying a new build is a very good option if you have it in your area. And if you guys have any other reasons why you think that new builds are superior to, you know, homes that have already been lived in, or if you think that I'm completely wrong and buying new builds are for suckers and it's the wrong way to go, leave a comment below and I'll definitely get back to you. All right, guys, well, that's all I have for today. Again, if you guys have any questions on anything, leave a comment below and I will see you guys in the next video.